Hello, fellow preppers. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. Well, right now, I'm enjoying some of that wood that I've been cutting up. Yeah, because it's a little chilly out there, so I'm going to be warm tonight. That's because I was prepared to be warm. Yeah, while it was hot outside and I was having to cut the wood, split the wood, stack the wood. Well, now I get to enjoy it the fourth time, burning the wood. So just sitting back, nice wood stove fire going. I just watched another episode of Andy Griffith's show, old Barney and Goober. Actually, I watched a couple episodes. It's too funny. TV was so different back then. I guess maybe that's why my videos aren't so popular on YouTube. Somebody said they wonder why my videos don't go viral. I guess they're not entertaining enough. People want to be entertained when they tune into YouTube for the most part. They're either watching YouTube for entertainment or they're watching it for education. And I would reckon that if you look at the most popular videos, it's all about entertainment. Because given the choice, people are going to do something fun and entertaining versus something that, might require a little effort to learn. They might have to think about it, might have to do a little research. I don't know if that's human nature or if that's just how we've been programmed here in America. You have to wonder about it. I mean, some cultures, they have their nose in the book, they study hard, they make straight A's. Because to do anything less would bring dishonor to their family. But here in America, it seems like people just want to get by. Just do the bare minimum. Just pass. Not excel, not master, not be the best, just pass. I mean, whatever happened to that spirit, that pride? I mean, I can remember my neighborhood was kind of a strange neighborhood in a way. Most of the kids there were good in sports, but they were also good academically. You didn't want to be called a dummy, which of course that'd be politically incorrect nowadays. And you didn't want to be called a lame, because if you couldn't play sports, you got called lame. And of course that would be politically incorrect today. But I mean, it made us want to be better. It made us practice. It made us study. I mean, it was a disgrace to have a C on the report card. Now, we weren't all straight A students. I never got straight A's once in my life, but, A's and B's. I never cared much for courses like geography and English, so I always wound up getting B's in them. If I got a C, I would have probably, and Dad probably would have taken the razor strap to my behind. But see, that won't happen in today's society because that would be child abuse. But, that old stuff, spare the rod, spoil the child. No, that's all been replaced. All of it. Don't know what happened. Somehow things just slipped away. Maybe it was the 60s when things got questioned a lot. Counterculture, drugs, sex, rock and roll. I don't know if that was the downfall or not. You know, the hippie communes. You know, I guess maybe they had the right idea, maybe they didn't, I don't know. You know, peace, love, good idea, but everybody working together, that's a good idea too. The only problem is it gets back to that same old thing. Not everybody has the same beliefs and goals and ideas as the next person. And when you try to impose, you know, your will or belief on somebody else or another group, all hell breaks loose. I know you guys might be tired of hearing it, but some things just bear repeating over and over again. Because maybe it'll spread. And maybe people will buy a vowel and get a clue. Meanwhile, I just do what I do. I make my videos. Some people like them. Some people hate them. Most people don't even know they exist. That's just how it goes. But I do thank you for watching and listening and for making comments and replying. I enjoy the debates. If somebody doesn't agree with me, that's great, because every now and then I learn something new. I might just learn another way of looking at things. I find that interesting. It's how I expand my horizons. I don't really try and convince anybody to think like me. If they want to, that's nice. But you know, there's more than one way to skin a cat. It's just like with prepping. You know, if somebody wants to buy every knife that's made, go ahead. Who am I to say that that's not the way to do it? If it works for them, it works for them. That's all that matters to them. Doesn't matter what other people think or do. Because most things people argue over, there's no clear-cut answer anyway. So I don't need to impose my belief on somebody else. I can share it. They can accept it, reject it, ignore it. Doesn't matter. Because you see, I just prepare and I'm warm on a cold night. Not because somebody else, but because of me. Yeah, Obama, I built that fire. All by myself. Now, if you want to argue somebody else built the chainsaw I used to cut down the tree, you can argue that. If you want to argue somebody made the gasoline that I bought to put in the chainsaw and the oil that I put in the chainsaw, you can argue that too. But had I not bought that chainsaw and that gas and that oil, there wouldn't be no fire there, now would there? So you see, it's funny how you can listen to these politicians and other bobbleheads, talking heads, powers that tax, get on the TV and try and brainwash you. It's all part of mind control. In fact, I was chatting with somebody on Facebook tonight when I was in Mayberry. And they asked me a question about something about nationality or something. Or race. And I said, I'm in the human race. And then they said something else. I said, well, you know, I don't really like labels that much. Because that's a concept. And that's just part of the mind control. Because if you think about it, as soon as they start talking about this group or that group, they're starting to put labels on them, and then your mind starts racing. It races to figure out everything you heard about that group, that label. And you start making associations, whether or not they're valid. That's besides the point. But you can't stop your mind from doing it. And that's one way they do that mind control. And before you reject that thought, just ponder it for a bit. So maybe this week, after you watch this video, and you're watching TV, or you're listening to the radio, or you overhear conversations, just focus on how many times somebody uses a label and what comes to your mind. And how maybe your mind was controlled and you didn't know it. Now the person speaking's not controlling your mind. Your mind's already been controlled through programming, through repeated programming, repetition. Like they said in the book, you know, you keep telling that lie over and over and over again, and sooner or later the mind can't distinguish it from the truth. I mean, we know we get lied to by the government, but we accept it. They don't really do anything about it. But I've already, talked to you about going to public meetings. That wasn't the point of this video tonight. I just wanted to show you I was actually burning some of that wood I've been cutting. And I think somebody said they liked it the last time I did a wood stove video. They thought it might make a nice screensaver. I don't know, do you think it'd make a nice screensaver? I just know it's keeping me warm. When I built this house, actually when I bought the place that was just a shell, and I had a contractor come in and finish it, because I was still living back east at the time. So, it's insulated pretty well. So when it warms up, it stays warm. Just have to burn the wood stove just to take the chill off sometimes. But in the winter, it can get cold here. But you get this thing all fired up, be walking around in t-shirts in the inside because it actually can get too warm. I don't know, I might throw one more log on the fire before I decide it's bedtime. Probably go up, do some reading in the book, that Thinking Fast and Slow. I don't know if anybody out there got it or not, but I really like that book. Anyway, let me see. This video is probably approaching the boring zone. It's funny on the YouTube. After a while, you get approved. You can upload videos longer than 15 minutes. But it seems like most videos, unless it's a show of some sort or it's instructional, gets kind of boring after about 15 minutes, and I'm heading up to that point right here. So I think I'll just let it end. You guys enjoy the fire, and remember that little assignment I gave you about labels and listening. Watch how your mind works. It'll be interesting. Let me know how it works, but you have to come back to me in about a week or so. Can't come back right away. Thanks again for watching, listening. Appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed and you like these videos, please subscribe. Get all your friends to subscribe. But Like I said, I don't know if any of these videos are going to go viral. I think I might start filming my friends' pets. Maybe those will go viral. Then maybe more people tune in and maybe the message will get across. I hope you all have a good day. Enjoy. Remember, life's short. Nobody's getting out of the game of it alive, so don't take it too seriously. Till next time.